Hey everybody, it's Dottie. I wanted to jump on and do an unboxing of my ER order for the month of November. As most of you may know, the specials that they were running were really nice this month. I mean, check it out. It's on my Essential Oils and Eudaimonia Facebook page. There are 10 oils that come in this set, and they come beautifully boxed like this. And then you just pull it out and the oils are in here. What I've done is I've taken them out of the box, because what they also send along with you is this little insert that tells you what the biblical references are for these oils. And they're brief, so I wanted to read through them with you. Now, I have not opened all these oils and smelled them yet. I am familiar with some of them, and you will be too as soon as you hear me say the name of the oil. But we're going to start with one called Aloes, and it's also known as Sacred Sandalwood. And they come with this beautiful gold label. So here's the one for Aloes. And it says, "It is believed that the aloes referred to in the Bible may have been fragrant sandalwood, a spice accessible to the residents of ancient Palestine. And there came also Nicodemus, which at the first came to Jesus by night and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100-pound weight." That's a lot of aloes. And that's in John chapter 19, verse 39. The next up is an oil called cassia or cassia. And cassia was a key ingredient in the temple incense. "All thy garments smell of myrrh and aloes and cassia, out of the ivory palaces whereby they have been made thee glad." That's in Psalms chapter 45, verse 8. Next up is cedarwood. Where is it? And we're all familiar with cedarwood, okay? But it is referred to in the Bible, so it is included in this set. "From the mighty cedars of Lebanon came the fragrant and long-lasting wood used to build Solomon's temple. And he spake of trees from the cedar tree that is in Lebanon, even unto the hyssop that springeth out of the wall." 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 33. Cypress. We've heard of that, okay? "This oil is extracted from the cypress tree, whose wood is so durable that the cypress doors of St. Peter's in Rome show no signs of decay, even after 1,200 years. That's amazing. "He heweth him down cedars, and taketh the cypress and the oak, which he strengtheneth for himself among the trees of the forest." Isaiah chapter 44, verse 14. Frankincense. Now, we all know frankincense, and if you've listened to me before, you know it's like one of my favorites. So there's the frankincense. The Hebrew word for frankincense, lavona, sometimes translated as incense, appears in the Bible 22 times. "Who is that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with all powders of the merchant?" And that's in Song of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 6. Next up is hyssop. Now, this is not one that I've smelled before or that I'm familiar with, but there's your hyssop. See what it says about hyssop. In 1745, one writer suggested 18 different plants for the biblical hyssop. While the exact variety may not be known, a cleansing property is suggested because it was employed in many purification rites. "Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow." Psalms chapter 51, verse 7. And then next up is myrrh. That's myrtle. Here's myrrh. Myrrh I am familiar with and I've used. It's great for the skin. And by the way, I should have mentioned, look these up on Google or Google Scholar or PubMed.gov, and just check out the wellness enhancing properties of these oils. Okay, so where was I? Did I say hyssop? No, I said myrrh. Myrrh was used in burial preparations and was highly regarded by David and Solomon. It was one of the ingredients of the holy anointing oil. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Proverbs 7:17. Next is myrtle, not one that I'm familiar with. So I'm really looking forward to smelling the ones that I have never smelled before and looking up what their wellness properties are. So here's your myrtle. Okay. Myrtle branches are still used by Jews for the Feast of Tabernacles. Go forth unto the mount and fetch olive branches and pine branches and myrtle branches and palm branches and branches of thick trees to make booths, as it is written. Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 15. And now I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but it's Onycha, Onycha. So where is that? Here it is. Onycha. Onycha was an ingredient in the holy anointing oil. And the Lord said unto Moses, take unto thee sweet spices, stocti and onycha, and galbanum, these sweet spices with pure frankincense. Of each shall there be a like weight. Exodus chapter 30, verse 34. And finally, there's an oil called Rose of Sharon. And here it is. And it says, Rose of Sharon, the beautiful flowering rock rose, has a soft, honey-like scent, and may be the plant known as the Rose of Sharon. I am the Rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. So, again, I would encourage you, if you are, especially if you're spiritual, if you're a Christian, if you're just interested in biblical history and you want to check these oils out, I highly recommend it. Again, you get this card that, gives the references for each oil in the Bible, and you can look each oil up to see what its wellness support properties are. So, because I ordered this, I get certain items on Essential Rewards for free. And one of my prized things that came is this 15 ml bottle of Christmas Spirit. Everybody knows I like Christmas Spirit. I have probably like 10 or 12 bottles on my shelf right now, but I've never had a 15 ml, and I don't even think that aside from the Essential Rewards that you can get the 15 ml. I think it's a special thing they're doing for Essential Rewards in November. Secondly, I got Northern Lights Black Spruce. I have tried this before. I have some on my oil rack, and it smells beautiful. I highly recommend this one as well. And then, of course, we have nutmeg, and they sent it in a Vitality. So it could be used for ingestion or for cooking or baking purposes. So we are approaching the Christmas season, and I thought that this would be a really nice and appropriate Essential Rewards unboxing to share with you all. I hope you've enjoyed it, and happy Thanksgiving. That's coming up. That's next week, right around the corner, and after that, Christmas. Hopefully we'll talk before that. But anyway, thanks for listening and watching, and bye-bye. See ya.